I'm bummed they took this route. It's kind of taken away from the sport, heart of the sport. You know, it's about the top guys fighting each other. This isn't WWE. This is fighting. This is what it's all about. And so when they make moves like this, it definitely makes you question a lot of things and what you're doing and how you approach things.
Well, of course, he's kind of bummed out because, you know, this fight with me and George, hopefully, touch wood, it does a lot of business, does big numbers, and we both make a lot of money. Of course, that could have been Rockhold had I not knocked him out. So, you know, he's a little bitter about the situation. But my point is, though, to Luke, is why is he so bothered? Because he hasn't even fought since that fight. He was scheduled to face Jacare, he pulled out, said he was injured, whatever. If he was, then God bless him and all the best in your recovery. But he has to fight. It's as simple as that. So whether or not I was fighting GSP or Yoel Romero, it wouldn't make a blind bit of difference to Luke Rockhold because he wouldn't be getting the title shot.
Yeah.
You know, he was supposed to fight Jacare. He pulled out. At this moment in time, there is no talk of a fight. He's even calling out Fabrizio Verdum, which is ridiculous. That's just him trying to get some headlines because he knows he's never going to get to face Fabrizio Verdum. Verdum ain't going to take the fight. He's focused on the heavyweight title. What's he got to gain from facing Luke Rockhold? Absolutely nothing. But in the meantime, that makes Rockhold look like a badass. Yeah, I want to fight former heavyweight champion Fabrizio Verdum. That makes him look like a badass. But
Smart.
even though he knows that fight's never, ever going to happen.
It's a smart move,
So,
Mike. You got to call out some heavyweights. It's incredible.
I don't need to call out any heavyweights. I've got every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every man under the sun calling me out. You know what I mean? So I don't need to start calling out heavyweights. I've got enough people that want to find me for crying out loud. But Luke just needs to get past it, brother. Come on. Simmer down, man.
Vanderlei Silva would be the most personal grudge and maybe the only personal fight I've ever had.
I thought you made like every one of them personal.
Well, I think that's true, but some of it was just that. Some of it was I can remember when I really didn't like Anderson Silva, but if I was to be fair, I didn't even know Anderson Silva. I know Vanderlei Silva. I don't care for Vanderlei Silva, and he'd tell you the same thing. We just never got it right. So yes, he would be the guy I want to fight.
What's wrong with him, in your judgment?
Where did he rub me the wrong way?
Yes.
You know, he drove me crazy when he didn't understand the business. It was a letdown. You know, if you don't understand the business, then I can't respect you within the business. And you know, I can remember when I went out to Brazil to do the Ultimate Fighter 3. I was one of the most hated guys in that whole country. I was the bad guy. The script was already written, and he was going to be the savior, you know, on the white horse to come save the day for the country. And I got out there, and he started bullying me, and I was all by myself. And he was bullying me, and he was picking on me, and he was using numbers, and ultimately I ended up getting jumped by one of him and his friends in front of my wife. And I was trying to explain to him through all of this, Vanderlei, if you pick on me while I'm alone, you will endear me to the crowd. You are going to you know, you're going to humble me, and you're going to make them like me, and that is going to ruin the entire reason we're here. And if you don't understand that part of the script that's already written, then you don't get this business. And if you don't get the business, then I can't respect you in the business.
First fight, I picked Daniel Cormier to win, but in a rematch, it's going to be very, very interesting because we all know that we all see what happened in the first fight. So I feel like there's a lot of blueprint for Anthony Johnson to get better. If he gets better, it's going to be a lot tougher for Daniel Cormier to win. I don't like Daniel Cormier. He's a beast himself. But I think that we're not going to see like a way more improved Daniel Cormier just based on, you know, he's been injured and he didn't like compete and stuff like that. But I think if anything, this is the best chance for Anthony Johnson to become like a belt holder. I think because he already seen what he needs to do. And he sees the game plan, and hopefully if he can stick to the game plan, I think it could be a good night for Anthony Johnson. But again, Daniel Cormier showed us how it could be done, right? So it's going to be very interesting. You know, if I had to pick a winner, you know what? I'm going to go with still Daniel Cormier, just based on wrestling. It's going to be close to fight this time.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!